This is your daily briefing, and you are extremely welcome to it. Got quite a few oddments to go through today. Some Kane reaction and a curveball business that's emerged on Kane, which I'll come to later on. But let's go through it now, and starting off with some shrewd business again from Atlanta. Tottenham will prepare paperwork. This is obviously our man Fabrizio Romano speaking. Prepare paperworks for Christian Romero deal today after agreement reached with Atlanta. €55 million fee confirmed with add-ons, done deal. Romero will soon fly to London. But this is the interesting thing. They've bought this Demiral character on loan from Juventus for $3 million with a to-buy option of $28 million. I mean, I know we only sort of see snapshots of these clubs because, you know, we don't follow everybody as much as we follow perhaps Tottenham and other sides, but what a you know, they look like they're repeating history. Striker target has emerged, and I put a video of a few highlights on this morning, which I hope was of use. Lautaro Martinez is a priority for Tottenham if Harry Kane goes to Manchester City. Mundo Deportivo points out that the Argentinian forward is a Spurs candidate, and in the event of sale being completed, they could be looking at 90 million for the boy. So he looks very good, and perhaps, who knows, you get what you pay for. My concern, and I think it should be everybody's concern, unless you're in some sort of bubble where you think everything's going to be okay and, you know, the sun will shine, the birds will sing. Given Romero will replace Toby, who's going to be on either side of him in our supposedly new look back four or back three? And what terrifies me is, you know, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Dire Man. This is, I mean, you take the Serie A Defender of the Year and you put him next to a guy who blames and points and in several single bounds marches his way up into the stands to have a ruck with somebody, which was a situation that his brother created in the first place. You know, you do know that the FA charged Dyer and went through the CCTV, and his brother kicked that off. I just think the guy is dangerous. That's the nicest thing I can say about him. So, you know, if we're going to buy this guy in, we spent quite a lot of money on him, but I'm pretty terrified as to what we're actually going to get out of it when you then throw him, Sanchez, whatever into the equation. Speaking of which, The Athletic say that Spurs are keen to sell Davinson Sanchez and bring in another centre-back this window. So, Takahiro Tomiyasu, who can play as a central defender and right back, but I've got to tell you, he's primarily a right back, is expected to join once the Olympics have finished. I think that's the only thing been holding this deal up, or I hope it is. Deals can be done while people are away, and that's frequently used as an excuse by people who are a little bit unworldly of these things. Deals can definitely be done, but you can't get somebody to hold a shirt up when they're doing something else. The Mail, by then Grealish sold your club out to join a plastic franchise. Devastated Villa fans blast Captain Jack with a midfielder set to join Manchester City today in a record-breaking £100 million move. And it's this strain of sort of begrudgery, you know, this sort of, oh, I don't like that. It's just, it doesn't have any basis or substance to it. Football has since forever been a bit bent, okay? And since 1992, when Sky got involved, the monetisation of the whole thing has just it's exponentially just gone kapow. So we keep on getting these little voices, and I think they are little voices because, I mean, this isn't representative of everybody, sure, but we get these voices of, oh, money is bad, but it's kind of like they pick and choose when they're going to point these things out. And it just doesn't sit well with me. I think Jack Grealish is a fabulous footballer. I'd build a team around him. I keep saying that as my default position on the guy. I don't think there's anything wrong with him these days. And Harry Kane is another guy who, because of money, suddenly people are starting to make these sort of disapproving noises. And we've got Gary Neville moralising again. I mean, who hired him? Who hired him to tell us how we should live our lives? I don't remember putting a request in. And he's decided, and I'll go through it again, we had it with Berbatov, we had it with Bale, and we had it with Modric, and I don't remember all this hoo-ha. And I think it's because they're playing on the heartstrings. They're playing on the fact that some people are just going to be so sad, so distraught, that the best player is being sold. And this time it really cuts right through to the heart, because this isn't just like a really good player, it's like the best player. There's no two ways about it. But Neville tells us that Kane is not to be trusted and needs to be looked at with sort of sideways glances from now on. You have to turn up. You have to respect your teammates. Your teammates in the dressing room, they are all there doing pre-season, Neville said. So I always think that Harry Kane has got to get back in quickly. That doesn't make any sense, does it? And back in with those lads running around the pitch. This is like something out of the 1950s. And apologies to anybody who was around in the 1950s, but this is, get him running about, show him he's involved. Just mindless. As much as he wants to leave, as much as he thinks he might have been hard done to, as much as he is annoyed with the guy who is making the decisions, he's got to get back in with his teammates because they are professional players as well. And this questioning the professionalism has nothing to do with it. It's a money game. And I tell you something, that maybe in the future, with some dystopia, I don't know, there could be a scenario where a footballer could actually sue the owner of a football club for holding him back. £1 billion stadium, amazing training facilities. They're still building hotels and golf courses and God knows what, but they can't build a football team. And Harry Kane wants out. Who's the villain here? I don't understand that at all. I don't see Kane as a bad man. Just doesn't make any sense. And Alex Crook from TalkSport, he puts up a comment of what he's heard. Lots of sympathy from Kane from fellow players. Many feel Daniel Levy has deliberately driven his star man to take such drastic action. And I keep saying, and whether you want to hear it or not, whether you give it any credence or not, he's not the first to do this. So getting all your underwear bunched and going, oh, he's a really bad example. Nobody's interested because it isn't new. This has happened lots and lots of times before. The Athletic have gone to the archives and they're telling us that Spurs were left frustrated with Kane in a similar way prior to last season. The club's anger 12 months ago was because Kane's post-holiday quarantining delayed his return to pre-season training. And then there were question marks over whether it affected his performance in the first game of the Premier League campaign when Spurs lost 1-0 to Everton. Again, I think that there are deeper problems at Tottenham than to whether Harry Kane decided to take his full holiday entitlement and then let somebody else cope with the time that he was banged up on quarantine. And this is just chasing the guy's ambulance. I don't have any time for it because it doesn't amount to anything. It's sniping for sniping's sake. This is just a pile on and people taking pot shots. What people might want to remember is that the guy had gone out of his way to turn himself in from a chap that couldn't get a game. He'd gone out of his way with his sheer bloody-minded determination, has put him through the mill in order to become an elite footballer in all bar results, all bar medals and titles and honours. And I think people at Tottenham and people in football should be grateful to Harry Kane for pulling himself up and making himself into the man that he is. And all this is just snide, and I've got no time for it whatsoever. He's got a contract. Get lost. Right, and on a lighter note, this has been all over the back pages. Dele Alli's tattoos. Tottenham star Dele Alli leaves teammate Sergio Reguilon in awe as he shows off his incredible new sleeve featuring tattoos of, are you ready for this, Super Mario, Rick and Morty and Stewie from Family Guy. I don't know if that was or it was somebody reacting to what I see as obvious cries for help. That is it for today. I'm sorry this came out so late. One thing and another, and then another, and but you know, I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, definitely don't subscribe. And if you just want to be friendly and nice, give us a thumbs up. Until we talk again, good luck, keep it on.